Yo, yo, yo. What up, my guys? So, we don't have a plan for today. Is the audio okay? We don't have a real plan for today. So I'm going to scout on Scorched Earth because there's a big base. And I have to craft metals. Let's see. My team is going to hate me because it is the last week of the wipe. And we got something called Purge, where basically everything except hacking is allowed. So we currently have the issue that basically every day someone is coming and trying to mesh our base. So I died with my... This is fine, I guess. Oh, our base is such a mess. Do you guys have that spikeless mod too? Because I really don't like it, and I always use the default spikeless. The only thing that is better than the default spikeless is like the tech binocular. That's something I like even more because it simply works better than most of the modded ones. Foundation. Just give me foundation. I honestly have way too much stuff with me all of the time. So, what are we going to do? We're scouting stuff. Wait. There's teleporters missing. There's teleporters missing. There's one thing I can show you. This one is something we're currently fobbing for like 2 or 3 days, because up here is a pretty disgusting red hole. As you can see, it's like a crouch part. And if you come this way, you can see there's a ton of turrets and stuff down there. So pretty disgusting red hole. And we're not able to raid it right now, because we have no clue how to get through this crouch part. But on the other hand, they didn't place teleporters outside, and now they're popped and cannot leave their base, so anyways. I have to... We have to scout 2 things. First, we need to get here, because we got a base down there, and its teleporters are gone. And I have to check if the generator is empty or the base is gone. But the base seems to stand. But I don't know what happened. So it seems it's just on hold because my mates forgot to power it. Everything fine down here. Everything. Where's the generator? Doesn't need too much, because the wipe is going for like 1 or 2 more weeks, so it's nothing to be bothered. Yeah, we have to check some more. No, that's the wrong base, because that's like the old base. We got meshed in here on the server. The poly cave is a building area, and we got like a bunch of different custom caves, which look kinda awesome, but we got meshed in this one. So well, we had to move, and he went to a different cave. We went to the volcano cave, and from then on we basically got attacked like twice a week. It's all gone. And it currently looks something like this, which is okay. Which is kinda okay for now. There's like a bunch of bigger tribes which said they're going to attack us, but they never actually did. So, well. So we're just chilling out and waiting. until then, I can show you something. I recently talked to a different creator about... It's always the wrong main. I'm renaming this. And we talked about how to defend against meshing. And we came up with one thing, which is pretty good. You need 4 walls, patch foundation, patch wall, and a patch ceiling, and generator. Because, well, the generator is the one thing meshers go for. And then I can show it to you outside of the base. We're doing something... We already got a generator like this, which is okay. But to be honest, it's not especially good. First of all, you don't want to build too close to walls. But you can always build in regions like this. Placing your generator, and you have to place it on the mesh. Then we do something like this. You now would fill it with element and stuff. It honestly doesn't... Bro. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be. Then you can do something like this. If you're now dropping the bolts, they are going to drop a little below the generator. Which means if someone is meshing and coming from under the generator, they basically block it from underneath it. So, as you can now see, the generator is gone. It's in here. And you cannot shoot it from under the mesh right now. And yeah, we just wasted resources for bolts, so yeah. That's something you can always build to protect your generators. And that's how you move if you're carrying too much stuff. And that's like, it's about it. And now we're going to scout. Education is over. Which means we're looking for plant-wide threats. Flower catches. Oh, bro. To improve the quality, we can also add like pellets. And if we are out of pellets, we can also add feces. They also eat feces, like these snow stuff. Now, I'm going to get some. The big question is, are we doing an element win? So we got like 1k. We needed some shards. What does the chat say? What are we going to do? Are we scouting for enemies? Or are we farming metal and element? Let me check something. We got... The server got something where we can check who's online. So we got... So, we're going to scout the stress. For that, I'm taking... Optimistic ground on spring. I want to spring. Armor. As we're pretty late in the wipe, we already got like cap armor, which is kinda convenient. Got the reliable. Actually, a flamethrower. I built one with a higher quality, but it doesn't actually provide more damage. It's just about the durability. Okay, so it's always a good idea. Bring at least like C4. Just some people on the stress right now. Most people are kinda camping on Ragnarok. And someone destroyed my beds here and here, because here was like a metal farm place for me. Someone destroyed it. So we have to check some. There's a custom game. Most people are probably building somewhere here. The Stress is one of the best maps, but to be honest, it's also one of the most laggy ones. So bad. We don't someone. I mean, we could also do some base stuff. Oh, that's a cheapie. Especially for flamethrower, we could use that. It had a lot of duro. I'm looking for something. There was a raft. Wanted to discuss last time. They had a lot of loot. We also wanted to get better mechs. Because well, ours weren't that good. To bring a Carker. Just remember. If this is German server, still will come a little later. I'm usually one that's playing pretty early. And I think my mate misspelled the battalion in German battalion. But well. right? It's res. Most of the time I just do it. Which are my recipes? This is a pretty nice recipe. This is like our element dust burger, which is basically 200 element dust and some berries, and you get food and health from that. Food, health, and stamina basically, which is kind of good if you're playing PvP. This would be super dope to do, but I can show you some. It won't despawn. Despawn, so we basically could try it alone. Which means we would have to get more carcass in the dino leash. We're doing that one. It's not easy, but we can try. Basically soloing purple OSD isn't that hard. It's just some preparation. And we got lucky, but I was unprepared, so I had to go back another time, basically. Which kinda sucks. I mean, it won't despawn, so we can still do it. Let's first do the normal OSD, or an element. I want to do an OSD. Red OSD would be best right now, because it has like the highest loot chance. You can, if you want to know, these are like all these spawns, and if you need it, make a screenshot. It's super helpful. This is our element wains, OSDs and wains, and those are just OSDs. Just check this one. It's an alpha win. We could. So it's too couple one. Yeah, we need some more creatures. I can't do that without. Yeah, I can do that. place which is actually kinda dope on Astreas. It's like the Maelstrom. You can find like a ton of CP in there. With the corals. So, we got a plan. We have two couple OSDs we can do, and we have like an alpha wing. On this cluster, Sunday is basically double farm. So, if we're doing an alpha wing, we basically get like up to 5k element with one wing, or even more. Which is kinda decent, even for a boosted server. And some other tribe like called that they probably going to attack us today or this week. Which means we need element to defend ourselves. And until, while everyone is sleeping, I can easily do Waynes and OSDs. And I honestly want to be done with the Waynes till like 2 p.m. my time. 2 p.m. my time would be great, because after that most people are going to join, and that means it's going to be way harder to do Waynes and OSDs. Uh, 2 p.m. my time would. Really hate this bug. So, we also have like these neat small replicators, which are kind of dope. So, what do we need? We need like 3 or 4 dino leashes. We need Carchodontosaurus. Do we have cells? Saddle? No saddle. I need to bring one more saddle. No saddle. Saddles. Oh, go. Yeah. Which is fine. Then we need a mantis and some pickaxe. Someone forgot some more. It's always smart to bring a transmitter, because sometimes you have to leave fast if you're fully stacked. first things first. First, the Wayne. I hate Heroikis because, I mean, Waynes are super easy to make on Heroikis. So you can, for real, farm super easy. But I really hate the darkening. Why not official? Tough question. As a creator and like someone who has a job with some responsibility and stuff, I honestly don't have the time for official big tribes. I already did like small tribes, but it's kinda hard time-wise, and I really love some of the quality of life stuffs some unofficial servers just have. Like, for example, stuff like pulling items in your inventory, which is, yeah, super useful. Yeah, it depends on the tribe. It's honestly, experience-wise, for other people, playing with creators is kinda hard and complicated, because creators are some special, yeah, we're some snowflakes. We have weird schedules, we have, yeah, I call it stuff to do. And it's super complicated playing with us. On this server, I currently play with 3 other people, and it works pretty well because we like the style of the server, and we're from different regions of the world, which makes it a little bit easier. And as you know, sometimes I play with Finch, because we have such different time schedules. But it often is super hard for us to play. So we're basically playing in the same tribe most of the time, but actually we have only very little time where we actually play with each other. Thank you, Ecotech. Thank you, thank you. So, you will see as this is an alpha Wayne and the server is boosted, I'm kinda like a dirty farmer for element, which means I don't really care about the smaller nodes. So yeah, that's like, long story short, why not official? Oh, it's unleveled. We always collect the hearts, because sometimes we have fun doing titans. If you're farming hearts, stress is way better than extinction, just think, because the OSDs and the Waynes are so much easier, and you can basically farm hearts super easy. And again, back to the why not official stuff like this, like the minimap, it's for me just, yeah, it's so much quality of life improvement to not have to look for the creatures everywhere. farming creepers though. Those. What's Rana? Hey guys, we have like 25 people in this stream right now, which is kinda crazy for my first stream. What do you think? Shall we stream more often, like on Sundays? Because, to be honest, I'm still not sure about the whole streaming thing. Because that's also something new for me. Already overdid, like. You can also farm like Rex arms and Spinosails pretty well doing that Wayne's. And Astreus is like probably the best map to farm those stuff. I mean, you see most of those creatures are just stuck. It depends. Today is like 2 times farming rate on the server, which means double farming for Sunday. Which means I probably could get up to 5 or 6k element from that one Wayne, which is obviously boosted. I'm currently not sure what official settings would be, but I think it's a couple hundred on official. And for me, it's like... What did the last win? The last wave a little bit. So it's probably... I would suggest... I would think about like 6k if I'm lucky. But as you saw, the Wayne already got some damage because I wasn't that careful. So it probably is a little less. And that spot is also like one of the harder ones because you have creatures from 3 sides. So it also takes a little more damage overall. But it will be fine. I'm always scared. But pushing on Wayne's. If you bought the Lost Colony DLC, you can see in the top right corner I got the Speedy Harvest above, which is kinda useful if you're playing with Carcass, because they get super fast while doing wins. like a small trick you can do. To keep track of your node. As you can see, it's halfway down, which isn't too great. You can do well, way better. Which underlines I'm like a dirty wing collector. But as you can see, most damage was dealt by me anyway, because creatures actually don't deal that much damage towards. You can see it. I'm standing right in there, and I deal like 1k per hit, and other creatures deal like 20 per hit. I hate that Dreadnought over there. So I doubt it will be that much out, to be honest, because I've done pretty bad on that one. Rex Arms is like super crazy for that one. And you can basically also farm like Corrupted Nodules, which is basically poly. Especially on boosted servers. It's not that strong on official though. But I know people who don't even farm poly, just do like OSDs on the ways. They're fine for some time. Or, yeah. And also get like a Maywing and go for aberration plants, which is basically a no-brainer. So last wave, as you can see, it's not that great. Yo, Joe Mama. As you can see, creatures only do very little damage to the node. So it's more about not destroying it on your own. As you can see, I deal way more damage to the node than anything else, which is super, like, I literally ripped that node apart just now. Which wasn't that good. Ah. I'm sorry, better to go, else you're going to annoy me later. Yeah, like Corrupted Hearts isn't a brainer around this map. So, then it's farming time. Bring a mantis. You know it. Bring a mantis. It's it's not even ours. We got it from a raid. And then it's going to annoy me. Now we can see how much element we get. Usually, I would suggest that you place battery turrets before you're doing that. I know that there are currently like only 4 or 3 people online on this server, like on a stress, which doesn't bother me too much. But if there are like more people, it can help a lot to have like a few battery turrets while farming. Yeah. All the juicy element list. So as you can see, we already got some. So which is okay. It's worth that I'm already encumbered. Checking some stuff. Yeah, okay, that one. So, let's see. Yeah, it wasn't that great. It was like 2k element. And something. Which, yeah. So I don't have to go back and forth all the time. We can upload element on this cluster, which means I can just everything in my transmitter and go to the next one. So can do that, which is helpful. So you see, no brainer. Easiest it. That's what I mean with the quality of life stuff of unofficial servers. So, and we now do one more thing. Just throw out a bunch of cultures. Yeah. Because we want to do the purple OSD. And for that, one culture won't be enough. which means there is Dino Leash. We could 3, 4 and 3, 4. This should, yeah, this is fine. They are basically aggressive. It's like a trick if you're playing solo, because they cannot leave this ring. Did I put you on aggressive? Yeah. You are aggressive. Yeah. So we basically need, I would say, 3 of 1, 2. Yeah. Having like 3 of them in here. You're male too, so you get 1 more female. And on the other side, we're. Oh, I only have males. Okay, we'll do. And I will put like 2 more on this side, and I will try to protect this side with the other one. But to be fair, we could. I will just cut. Make it a little bit closer, to be honest. Just don't. Yeah, that's. You are inside. Yeah. That's fine. So, next one. So what's the issue? Why I'm doing that? Because I don't want to get too close to the OSD, because otherwise it will trigger its start, and I'm not prepared now. But it seems like it's one. I'm not sure if they spawn on this side too. I just triggered it. Which means we have to fight a little earlier. I went too close. But it will do. I just have to get on you. I hope those 2 characters are enough on this side, but we will find out. do like, I think it's 8 waves. Yeah, they seem to. It would be good to have like a creature that is stuck. Yeah. Oh, it's a good one. Because we, as you can see in the top left corner, there's only 2 ways, so we can easily block off both ways by having the Dino Leash and the Carcers on aggressive. Because they just should kill the creatures that why we're using Carcers in this? Because they heal themselves when they kill creatures. The issue with Gigas would be strong enough to do that, but you would need to heal them between waves, which is basically not possible if waves are too strong. Yeah, as you can see, they still take a ton of damage. Yeah. And it isn't even one of the harder ways. It's already one of the easy ways. So we got 2 creatures left, so we're waiting because I want to throw at least one more Karcha. Yeah. Now we got 2 Karchers on each side, which means we're kinda safe for now. So, 6 more waves to go. Yeah, and I'm now basically only destroying creatures that are able to get past the Karchers. Which are rock drakes, Reapers. Probably some enraged Alpha Rexes and Trites and stuff like that. And I forgot to put on the Drakeling, which I will do after the spawn. As you can see, it's still not easy. It's still pretty hard. But it's like the only way you can do those kinds of OSDs. So. Crashed. Ah, they destroyed the Dino Reach. That's why you always should bring like at least one or two more, because it sometimes happens that they destroy the Dino Reach. Which is okay. Shouldn't bother you too much. So, now waves are getting a lot harder from now on. Yeah, Reapers at that point are like level 500, which is awful. You wouldn't be able to do that with Gigas. You can always join the cluster I'm playing on. You can see how it's called. It's the RTR cluster right now. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. You cannot join my tribe, but you can try to raid me. I think right now there is like a tech kit where you can get like all tech engrams and stuff, because we're already at the end of the wipe. Which means you can basically start into the wipe and just get started. And that's how it's right. I would love to get that because we're going to need that pretty soon. I will show you the cluster if I have like a minute between waves. I will show you. I'm not scared about getting stream sniped. Actually, it would be fun. Yeah, it will still be pretty close. As you can see, it's a lot of damage in the OSTs. I think I don't have enough cultures. It's wave 5, we're halfway down. It's not too good. It will be close. Because usually we should body tank the Brexit. Yeah. Yeah. It's like Brexit. They're too strong. Yeah, we try something different. It's because so what I'm doing now, I'm getting on my sprint because this one, yeah, this one doesn't look too good. We have like here. Here. And here with the mine now, which means he gets the health buff, like the healing buff from the breaking. You can also do like the damage buff, which would be fine too. I like the healing because it's overall it's more versatile. But overall, it seems like this side is just hit the OST. Just I will abort the OST after like 8 waves. Worst things like those races. Because they're basically level 500 alpha races. Which means they have a ton of damage until a ton of yeah. They have a ton of health until the dawn. Deal a ton of damage. I got bugged. Which point? 2 more waves. It should be fine. Also, I don't do that too much, but they're pretty strong. So if you can, you should always get the Dragon Horde keys. That's also something decent you can just pick up, because it's basically free. Close. So bad at this. Actually, one of my mates is so good at doing OSTs. Usually he's doing most of them. But this weekend I'm alone. Which means I have to do all this stuff. In case you can, you need to body block those Brexes. Because they either run to the OSD and deal a ton of damage, or they attack you and deal a ton of damage. So much stuff you can get. And like, those trophies aren't even influenced by like the boost of the server, which means I'm not 100% sure, but you probably get them unofficial too, like that. Okay. Still lost. Just need to despawn. We just need to despawn. Charged. Also, can also like somehow heal them. It's just crazy. Look. Ah, this was the. Yeah, last wave. It's doable. It could be doable. Yeah, it's doable. It's doable. It's doable. Yeah, as you can see, you can body block most creatures. with the specs and stuff. It's the burst. That's it. So close. Ah. Ah, that's bad. It's too much for them. It's T-Rex. Can we get a counter on how much creatures I lost during that fight? I should have brought more chargers. So what are we going to do? There is another one of those. So, which means we're picking up the leash. I'm going to get more chargers. Wow. First, I want to get to that. We get like this. Those. The other stuff is basically average. As you can see. Yeah. Rainbow keys. And they could have gotten. Oh, yeah. Could have gotten even more. It's pissy. It's expressive. Oh. So what I'm doing, I need to leave for a second, which means put them on aggressive. One is a passive, so they always come back. One, the rest is aggressive, so if someone tries to attack them, they're fine. Then I pull the corrupted hearts. Yeah. I pull you fire talents. I put spinal cells and I already got the Rex arts, which means building a bed because I want to stay there. ASA! I just don't know. What is it? Oh, I know. You cannot come, and I don't know why. That's like a bug, so where you cannot travel with twinklings on you. You. That's okay. Ah. Yeah, I cannot travel with you. So just... So I'm AFK for like 20 seconds, guys. I have to pee. Okay. Now you saw our bed. Doesn't matter. Ah. So we're basically getting more characters and retry the OSD. But first we'll grab... Wait, what? So, but first we're like pulling out all that stuff, because otherwise I probably forget about it and will. Having like 3k element despawn is bummer. It actually happened to me twice, that I forgot my upload and I for real lost like a couple of thousands of element. Which is not too great. Your tribe will hate you for that. Dust. Our base is such a mess, to be honest. So it's not... There's this weird tribute terminal. It's okay. That in here, we put that in here, we got 3 dino leashes, which is okay. Yeah, and yeah. That's the point. Trash creatures. We got walls over walls of cardboards. which basically means we cannot do the other way. Yeah. Okay, I just ran out of cultures. Yeah, two more. We got 3 cultures. I think there's 4 or 5 on the other side. Just can prove that. We can do. I should breed some more. I mean, look at our base. Our perfectly fine PvP base with like that thing over here. Yeah, it should work. Oh. Well, I just used it. I didn't think about it. Okay, doesn't matter. So, we have to talk. Oh. So this one. So this one is the so it should be over here. So you probably have to walk the cultures to the other side. No, it's another win. It's something. Which means I didn't need to bring the other cultures, but there was a second honesty. It's down there. Archers at the yellow is the. But I don't want to walk down to that place. What's he doing? Where was it? Okay. It probably despawned. Which means I have element wings. Then it's an element. It's funny, Wolf always got the best creatures. Oh, it's even alpha. Which is even better. We like the element. It's again it's a recited node. So, first of all, we need to stack the energy. It's like 3 stacks per creature. Something like that. Which isn't too bad. Yo, Beanie! What up? How you doing, Beanie? We just couldn't make a purple OSD because I was too bad, and it was, I mean, it was pretty close, but the infused alpha Rex just got it. Which means now all our cultures are dead. Not all of them. Only like 2 or 3. But we have to breed them later. Because I just took wolves. And wolf won't be too happy if all his cultures are gone. Directly with the other cultures. Lag. Did I hit you? Oh. Just didn't bring a second transmitter with me. crazy. It's too much. Spinal cell. It's a no-brainer. Even if spawns are bad on Astraeus, some are just super rigged and don't make sense. I got an idea what we're doing after that element point. Because I think we got enough element for today. After that one. And then I'm going to show you a base. Not ours, but a base we want to raid. And we tried it like 2 times. And we really want to destroy them. Because it's a pretty toxic tribe. And maybe you got an idea how to do that, because they watched my tower video and they got good towers. Now I don't know how to counter them. We even tried to destroy the towers by attacking with titans, but everything we reached was crashing the server. Which people weren't too happy about. Having like... I guess we had 3 titans. Was it 2? Was it 3? At least a forest and an ice titan. Like Titan despawn timer is higher in this cluster, which means you can have like 2 or 3 titans, or even more if you can time it with the upload. Later, and then go to that base and just see what we can do. Or maybe we're decorating the base, throwing some more defense, creating crafting ARB and stuff like that. last one. Oh, that one was good because I needed that one. I didn't think about it. Okay, but I won't do that. But we can do that and that. I won't kill Thanatos. That's a no-no for me. I really don't want to do that. Big element, not this. That one was easy. At least something was easy today. So. There would even be one more. Nah. It's time for some PvP. It's time for some PvP. We just get our creatures and then we go check out some bases. Where did I? Got you. Move. No, it's the keys. It's always the keys. Yeah, it's always the keys. It's always the keys. So, yeah, well, hello to everyone. We got over 40 people in the chat, which is crazy. Which means first things first. Don't have dust. I are there even. Cells. I know. Okay. I took them from wolf. There must be a wolf. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, there's one. Just the cells. See so now it's time to check out some. to shadows take. Shadows. Don't need that. We don't need. We're cooking some food. Bro. Let's make some. Need some of them. So, showing you the. I'm going to show you it. And then we have to think about it. Spot Surf is currently empty, but there is one larger tribe building there. And we already wanted to wipe, but we just had to abort the raid because the cave was built too strong. I don't know where these bats are. They're somewhere in the mountains. They should stay. It's this bad, yeah. Which is not too good. That's the issue with this bed. There should be turrets, like enemy turrets everywhere. And down there, yeah, it's just bad. They got turrets like everywhere. It isn't even a too hard raid, but the spam and stuff, it's just super disgusting. We already tried to. It is cleared. I mean, well. Are there? I mean, that's not too far away, to be honest. What about that? There's like tech turrets and heavies. But that wouldn't be too. We could do that with a cannon. That one. So they have been attacked recently. The issue with that cave is there's 6 times, but only until like that 8 or something like that. So this is 1 times. So you. Yeah, it's. Oh wow. Would be doable. That's like their base. It's like a ton of creatures and stuff. As you can see, it's. Yeah. So, how to destroy that turret without soaking everything? What do you think? Not sure about that one. because we were cleaning up anyways, so we also clean this up. Let's check who's online. I can show you some cool stuff on that map. Because this cluster, we actually have like decent custom caves. What do we mean with decent custom caves? They look pretty awesome. Oh, no, custom caves, like custom building spots. And they look super awesome. Like this one. Now we have to go to check if someone... Bang, 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 bang. Are they out? Yeah, they are empowered, aren't they? Let's check this. Be back to scavenge. Okay. I'm not going to blow that, aren't I? Yeah, there's heavies. It's bloody heavies. It's... Or they're... What are you doing here, mate? Just a waste of time. There's something on there. Let's check. I don't want to get shot by it. Are they very aggressive? Okay. So. There's something. Is it? Oh, it's an auto base. Yeah. That's like nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. So, what is a spot that we could check? North? North ice. I mean, north of ice is a no-brainer. It's the... No, it's a terminal. It's just... It's not even that. Yeah. So it's... Okay. Next thing. There's something. There is... It's... an outside team. We won't do outside TPs. Ritual. Barrow Cave. Barrow Cave. Overhead ritual. Overhead ritual. Which means right there. When I'm looking for bases here, I usually look for water containers, like metal tanks and stuff like that, in the walls, because you don't have water in there, which means you have to get water somewhere. And many don't know that you can that you can autofill your water tanks. There's something. There is something. It's probably somewhere in there. Yep, it's somewhere in there. Let's see. I get inside. Is a crack somewhere in here? Where you can enter one of... Yeah. Found it. Ping, ping, ping. I found it. So, let's see. This one is one of the most disgusting rats. Wait, where's the entrance? Oh, I just... Is it? Why? Oh. Just... normal, so it's tax. That's not too crazy, honestly. We could try that. Because I would have to place a clip or something like that. Yeah, we tried it. So, a waypoint. No. Let's think about it. How do we do that? How do we do that? It's not too hard soaking the first ones. Because I can probably shadow tank most of the techs. They aren't placed well. Because if I look at this, I can shadow tank them. If I stand like here, it would be fine. So we get some. What do we get? Cliff transmitter. Cliff transmitter. That. As soon as I upload it, I'm gonna take a as soon as I upload it, I take like a short break. Like 2 or 3 minutes. And while I'm taking that break, I think about what to bring for that small raid. This shouldn't be too hard, honestly. I think the tags can be shadow tanked, and there aren't too much heavies. Most of them are like not. And with a second mate, you could probably just dive them with a snow owl or stuff like that. I'm not sure about that. So we could try it. Yeah. So guys, short break, and after I'm back, we're going for the raid. Okay, I am back. So, let's go for the raid. A cliff. A cliff would be best. Ah. We need a transmitter, we need some bed. Because we'll die. We need 1 volt. Need a generator. We need some element. We could do one of the disgusting builds. I show you something. It's disgusting, but we had it in a video. And many people aren't prepared for that. I don't know why, especially with pillars like that. And I think we can do it with that pillar. Which means we don't even need the cliff, to be honest. We just need a bunch of where did it? Ah, yeah. Which means we don't need the cliff. We need some ceilings. And that's all for now. That's all for now. So this is more like... this is the educational part on how to defend your base. The issue with red holes and and bases like this, especially ceiling bases, is they look more secure than they actually are. And I show you why. I usually don't like raiding with this, but as we're in the so-called purge, which means there's no rules except for no cheating, I show you a trick. Especially if you're playing on official. This will happen to you a ton if you build like them. And we'll come to that in a second. Okay. Let's see. Which pillar was it? Okay. Let's check. The entrance is somewhere here. What? Ah, it's that one. Which? We drop. Ah. You won't see that too much. What? Since when? Okay. We have to think about a different threat. Because apparently it's a non-building area. Which won't bother us too much. I mean, Quetzal? Let's... Quetzal. But we should be able to... A lot of might have too much. It's better. We have... We have a cancel. Beautiful. Otherwise I have to tell you. Mm-hmm. What are we going? Quetzal? Circle. Quetzal. of platform. Nah, we try to shadow tank it. We try to shadow tank it. Let's see what's happening. Get like Stego. Wait, give me a second. We have Stegos. Yeah, look at that Stego. That thing got like 120 mutations in health. That will do. That will do. So, let's check. Let's check. Ah. It's this one. Is it this one? It's this color. Yeah. Yeah, we got it. That was like the easy part. Foundation. There was one foundation. And maybe. Okay. Yo, what up? Brie. Obviously. It doesn't work that way. I forgot to bring Kate. Obviously. But it's two picks. It's two picks. Let's do it. I mean, I'm fast. I might be able to get kick. Nah. Did they? I think they will stop shooting. Those pros are probably offline. Which means that shouldn't be that big of a deal that I left my stego in there. But I probably need cake anyways, so... And I also could bring like a direct leg. And some more tech. Because the turrets got me while I was boosting away. Hey Dodo, can you transfer L? On that cluster you can, yeah. On official, you should not be able to, as far as I know. But on that cluster, you can transfer element and shard. That's why I always farm on Astreus, because like OSDs and Wanes are so much easier on Astreus than on any other map. Which makes it a no-brainer to farm on that map. So yeah, you can do that. All Astreus is by far the best map to farm. No, you know, to farm birds. Element. So it's probably a little too much. Some rocket launcher. Center. Server is a little sleepy. It's probably because it's like the last 2 weeks of the wipe. Due to the purge event. Most other tribes simply got wiped because the purge went. When you're allowed to do everything without consequences, people literally do everything without consequences. So only like really large bases are left. That's like ours, which is, to be honest, the smallest of the alpha bases. Because we got wiped like in the middle of the wipe, because they're banned now, but we got some measures, and some people also think they were cheating. Yo, it's empty. It just did it, which means they're empty. It's literally like there wasn't even 100 shots in them, which means I could Yeah, that's they who can tank that. Cannot use that. Yeah, sad but true. Especially if, that's why we have like the purge event on this cluster, because people are going to mesh if they can, like even if they aren't allowed to. But there's like this short time in the last week where it is madness anyway, and people are allowed to do, I call it more shady stuff, because people that do that will do it anyway. But I don't know if they keep like the purging. Admins on this cluster are usually pretty active, which means you won't be able to do that much shady stuff. And shady stuff is like we're not talking about building razors or stuff like that. We're talking about wall hacking, cheating, and stuff. There is nothing in their turrets. This could be even easier than I thought. Let's have a look. But you see? Yeah, just that one. I did stupid. Didn't check the time. Do I wait? Do I kill it? Nah. Nah, that's on me. Fail compilation, I guess. That was stupid. Should have done that. But I won't wait for 20 minutes for it to get up. And it will block me until then, so maybe I'm resurrecting it later. Yeah, I think we got an easy somewhere. That was stupid. We call it finishing. Maybe so. Yeah, first. Oh, that was so stupid. Ah, I shouldn't have done that. Let's spawn at Smelty. Smelty is my smelt. just remembered that I think someone... We had like a daddy floor here. I think it's gone. That's something my mate Res probably removed because he doesn't like that stuff, but it's fine. We're a little different when it comes to that. Yeah, that's it. We just need a stego because I heated mine. That was stupid. That wasn't too stupid. I hope during that hot days everybody is drinking enough water. Guys, don't forget your water. So. We were able to get... Yeah. Which means... Can we shadow tank that? It wants me. But it cannot shoot at me. Ugh. I love that kind of raid. Those are my raids. Let me think about that raid. It's that tech and it's that. The other two are already gone. They're empty. That wasn't too good. Oh, should bring more tech here. Yeah, this Dego can probably soak it. Yeah, this Dego can soak it. So it shouldn't be too bad. I simply take the gear. Hell of Stegos. I mean, that breed line isn't even ours because we had like a bug for a long time where we couldn't use the propagator, is it called? Which led us to having worse creatures than everybody else. But that's like a plain arc bug. And to heat some. Some leggings. Just leggings. He got home. Not you. Not you. Not you. man. So. Let's see that stuff. It's perfect time for something to eat. Because we at least have to soak the heavies. Are you serious? That was. I should play a little smarter. Hey Dodo, do you think Velos are good in Strength Max? Let me think. It's a yes, because mechs aren't quite as strong as you think. I mean, they are pretty strong, but they aren't as great. They aren't that great in taking a hit. But I would have to test how strong are Velos against mechs, to be honest. Yeah. That one. Yes, Erman. I can speak German. Yes, I can speak German. Und das auch nicht mal schlecht. But I'm keeping my stream in English, so it's more accessible for everyone. I don't understand that one, but okay. Give me a second. Yeah, I can read that, but I don't know what to do with that. I already shredded my armor again. What's the big question? Does it hit? Oh, but stego nearly killed me. Let's see. It's that tagging you back. What can... Yeah. Which means... Yeah. Well, it's no. But maybe. I can turn around that stego. Ah, okay. Yikes. That was not what I wanted. But okay. We have to regear anyways. So let's think about a different plan. We need to get up there. Don't have foundations. I do. I really want to throw him in the stego, because I think stego could think that so easily. But that one turret is on players only. But maybe the heavies aren't. Which means I need tech grenades, better armor. But I mean, the other turrets there was so little ammo. Probably could not. That's repair station is probably one of the best things on the server, because you're like full for repair all, and everything is repaired. Which is like one of the best things, like quality of life things, to be honest. I don't want the luck. Helmets. That one. 50 stag. Yeah, I think we can't. That would be nice. Yeah, I think we cannot do much except from trying to get this stego up there. I need to find an angle where I don't get player damage. That's all I can do for now. What? That one is... No! Ah, that one was so good. That one was so good. I had it to drop down. Let's see. What's the best? I could try to do that. That could work. Now we have to wait for 2 minutes and watch it. I honestly don't think that there is too much ammo in their turrets. I highly doubt it. I for real highly doubt it. Ah. The longest survival rate on official servers with your main base, also with my main base. Wow, let me think. I didn't play official for like years. Last time I played official was like in 17 or 18. And our base stood like for a couple of months, I think. But I couldn't tell you if it was 2, 3, or 4. No, it was actually normal. Yeah, that one was good. That was perfect. It's those 3 guys. Yeah. To be honest, we were like a pretty small tribe. So it wasn't like we had like it. So we weren't like some big alphas or stuff like that. Ah, someone teleported in. I honestly didn't even check whose base this is. Which was kind of a mistake. It was Rectech. It's Rectech. They're kind of like the alphas. And I just made a mistake. I should have checked whose base this is. Because this probably means problems. Oh, that wasn't too smart either. Because my chest is broken. Ah, that was stupid. That wasn't too smart actually. Because I think I'm stuck. So much. Ah, that was so stupid. Give me one more fail for Dodo. Oh, that... Ah. It wouldn't be that bad if I had my chest, but I lost 2 chests during that. Yeah, that wasn't too smart, honestly. I think they're now coming online because I destroyed their foundation. Or because I died in the turret. Something like that. Because this cluster has... oh. You know what? I got killed. This cluster has Discord Triblog integration. They probably get notified when someone is killed in the turret. What's that? He did just find my fob, like my fob in explanation marks. That was crazy. That was for real crazy. He could have killed me. I hate this. It's like... I mean, okay. They should fix this treble glitch. But there is nothing like a good old reconnect. Now we're doing like a trick. I hope he doesn't camp or stuff like that. Because if he doesn't camp, we can just get some talks down and everything's fine. Yeah, he doesn't camp. Already thought about that. And to be fair, it's pretty bad what I'm doing right now. But it's like, I just want some turrets. These are the important ones, because I just built it super bad, because I wasn't thinking that somebody is going to come online, as I didn't know this was like one of the Alphas hideouts, I guess. They're trying to kill this Dago right now because the raid cooldown is going up and down. Yo, Feriel! So, now we're back. What up, my guys? Yeah, they're in here. Yeah, there is somebody. There is somebody. But I need to be careful because I'm in turret range. Ah! Yeah, he saw me with his visor. Shouldn't have waited for that long. Oh, that was stupid. Why do they have to come online now? Just kill me. Nah, that should have been faster. Because now it's pain. Yeah. I need to prepare better now. Now we got an enemy. Let's see. This. Med Bruce, and we're good to go. Grinding on some conquest. That's wild. Making turrets placement better. I mean, you can always ask in the Discord. Because there are many people and most of them have an opinion. At least, an opinion. But there are also some pretty good builders in Discord. But how is the current season doing? Is it popular right now, or is it just something people do for fun sometimes? There's someone teleporting in and out. Wait. Did the Stego die? Because of some... No. Didn't die. Wondered. Honestly, crazy. First of all, they probably currently fill all the turrets. No, they don't do that. They just, yeah, they just placed some out. So this is basically done. That was the smartest thing they can do. Like, block the attack by placing turrets outside. They probably will just, yeah, they will probably just spam their turrets and replace them as soon as I destroyed one. So this is done. We cannot continue that, right? So it's not that popular. Okay. I mean, it's also summertime. And during summertime, games like Ark aren't that popular. So yeah, I wouldn't wonder if people just don't feel like it and then play more when it's getting darker sooner or is that sunny outside. So it's more something like that. Which means if we cannot raid, we're doing some base stuff. So good, to be honest. That CS repair station is so good as quality of life thing. Just throw in all the stuff you have, press repair, it takes all the resources it needs. As long as you got resources, you can repair stuff, which is a no-brainer. So, any suggestions we could do? That raid is gone. We cannot do that raid. And I was thinking about streaming until like 4 p.m, which is like another 20 minutes something. Or like, yeah, 4:30, something like that. Which means we have like... Everyone's complaining about new map selection. Only had the Ragnarok Island and Scorched. Ragnarok Island and Scorched. Which means there isn't too much element around. Because if you don't have Extinction or a Stress, you always have trouble farming element. And tech engrams are harder because you need to do the dragon, I guess. Yeah, Scorched. But you need to do the dragon for some engrams, which people aren't too happy about, probably. Because the dragon isn't that popular, to be honest. For like one of the first bosses, it's pretty hard. Which doesn't mean it's unbeatable, but it's considered one of the harder ones. Oh. I'm still thinking about what we're doing. First, we're finishing the archers, because earlier we placed some archers, which means, do you have a mutation, or is this just your color? You got a health mutation. Okay. You also got some mutation. Oh, don't do that. come over here. Ah, for this whip, there is a way. Oh, for real. Now it worked. Now it worked. Where is it? Where's the wild one? There should be one unclaimed. Okay. Doesn't matter. It probably is. Oh, there should be a nanny somewhere. Those doggos. So, I mean, we could still do a small base tour. What do you think? We got like a ton of creatures down there. I don't even know what creatures, to be honest. There's like Tech Gigas, there's Carties, there's Bases, and Pyromanes. There's also some Rock Drakes, I think. We got the Bad Tribe members place. And everything else is just crafting area you already saw. And then there's just a ton of defense. Which has no ammo. Yeah, there are like 2 words that have no ammo. And the other part of defense I cannot show. Not now. But we will talk about that in a week or so. That was one of my experiments. That's like our PvE guys place where he puts all his stuff and steals my Cosmos because I tamed the Cosmos, because Cosmo is the best creature in the game. Yeah, and everything else is just your typical PvP base built by some PvE guy. Yeah. Got yourself just overput. Oh. What out? Let's have a small look around. check out some of the bigger bases on the server. Because we got some pretty strong bases on the Ragnarok. I raided this one. This one I raided like a few days ago. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it must be this one. I raided that a few days ago. This must be our turret. Yeah. It's the old turret. Raided. And then there is one other base just down the river, which we would like to raid, but I think the wipe is already pretty done for us. We have like one enemy that still wants to attack us, and the rest is like gone, which means the wipe is probably over pretty soon. So guys, my party people, I think we got it here, because I haven't eaten. I need to eat something. I've only eaten like 2 slices of pizza today, which means I really have to eat something. And the weather is currently pretty nice, which means I'm going to take a walk outside. Thanks for all of us being here. I mean, this was like the first official stream, and we got like up to 50 something people in the chat and in this stream, which is kinda amazing. I hope all of you had a ton of fun. And I will keep you updated. When we're doing the next stream, because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm handling streams like this. For example, if I'm doing a wipe day stream, basically a day 1 stream of the wipe and stuff like that, and how I integrate that stuff with my videos. Thanks, Ecotech. Thanks. Yeah. What to say? Is there something else to say? If you like this stream, please press the like button. Then I know if I shall do something like this streams more often. Because Sunday is often a good day for me to stream, for example. and then I could do that more often. If you haven't already, check out the new video. It came like 2 or 3 days ago. Yeah, and that's it so far. Great day to everyone. Drink enough water, use some sunscreen, and be nice to each other, except when playing PvP. Ciao guys!